Hi there, Liam. Hope you're having a good soccer practice today and everything's going well for you. Looking forward to seeing you in here next week. This is your Suzuki portion of the lesson. Four things I want to talk about first. Number one being slurs. We talked a little bit about last time. Number two, I'm going to review the guitarist wave and do some house cleaning or spot checking with that technique, with the right hand technique. Then we'll talk about the next tune turn. For that time, oh my gosh, we'll talk about the next tune in Suzuki, and then we'll exercise for you to practice your inner ear training. Cool, man. So let's go down the list and we'll go from there. So the first thing I want you to work on is are slurs, and you remember these from like maybe the rock portion of your lessons. Sometimes they're called hammer-ons or pull-offs. In the classical world, you call them more slurs. So that's what we'll call them in this part, and then when we get to the other one, we'll call them hammer-ons, pull-offs. But anyway, so what I want you to do is we're going to be on the G, B, and E string, right? First thing we're going to do, we're going to do pull-offs. So pull-off, you can pull the finger off of the string and snapping the string at the same time. So let me show you what this is going to look like. So we have our fretboard here, right? And I'm going to go on that G string right here, first fret. I've mapped this out on top over here too, by the way. And you're gonna hit that note. You're gonna hit that this is G sharp right here. And I'm sorry, you're gonna put your A finger, put your second finger on A first. You're gonna hit that string, right? You pluck that, and what you're gonna snap that finger, roll that finger right off the string. So you're gonna have it here, hit that, roll the finger right off the string. So you want to hear what you're listening for is that snapping sound. I'll do it a bit more emphasized. Hear how I snap the string like that. Now, that's a lot of snap. I don't think you need that much, but just so you can hear it, that's what it's going to kind of be like. So it's not the whole hand like turning this way. It's from the base of the knuckle right here, or base of the finger. Your finger on. And it's almost like you're literally plucking the string with your second finger to your first finger. And I want you to do that on the top three strings, just for right now. All right, one more time. Snap. Snap. I'm pulling this away so you can see it. I'm not doing anything like fancy over here. It's just pull, snap, snap. So you are rolling that finger right off the string and creating a snapping sound. Now the opposite of that is going to be a hammer-on, from a lower fret to a higher fret. So what you're going to do here is start with your first finger instead of your second finger. So start here on the first finger on the G sharp. You're going to play that note, and what you're going to be right over top, and on the tip, you want to land on the tip of your finger, right? So when I do this, I slam my finger down on the tip of the finger right here, right? So I don't want to land flat-fingered at all. I want to come right down the tip, a lot of force right here. And imagine you want to put your finger through the back of the neck. What you're listening for is for a clicking sound, the same thing that you heard when we were doing the pull-offs. The slurs, the ascending slur, or the descending slur. So you have, so you hear, and here, imagine you can hear that click sound. So you don't want this. It's kind of wimpy, you can't really hear anything. Snap, snap. And you hear that snap there too. Same thing here, you don't want to start too far away. Right over top. And you can do it up the fretboard. I mean, you know, what we're going to do after that, when you can do them separate, we're going to put them together. It's going to look good. And then what we'll do after that is we'll use the fourth finger. That one's tougher. But first things first, just do the index and second finger. All right, so cool. There's that right there. Next thing I want you to practice is the guitarist wave. So I know this is a review we've done a bunch of times, but I just want to go back and kind of spot check and see how it's working out for you. So remember, our arm up like this, right? Turn the fingers flat, horizontal. X on the back of your palm right here. This is so important, man. You don't want to go back and rebuild a free stroke. Trust me, I did it. It was not fun. I spent months unlearning all the bad habits I had built up over years of playing free stroke was kind of like however, not very thoughtfully. So I don't want that for you. I want better for you. So do not skip on these steps right here, because otherwise, let's get back and rebuild it again. I don't want to do that. All right, anyway, so yeah, this here, fingers horizontal. Watch out for this wrist right here. Sometimes I see stuff like this, right? If I go your flat here and they go like this, for some reason people feel like they want to do this. Here, here, keeping this straight, so not this. Right? Here, straight, turn, knee to the palm. Just like that. So horizontal, knee to the palm. Horizontal, knee to the palm. Do not overshoot. It's not this. It's not, all right, Doug, I did it, I'm good. It's horizontal, back knee to the thumb, horizontal, knee to the thumb, horizontal, knee to the thumb. You should never ever shoot far back, and it's not just, okay, I did it. That's a waste of time. If you're gonna do that, I wouldn't bother doing the exercise, to be honest with you. But anyway, so you have this here, turn, horizontal, back to the knee of the palm, just like that. Don't overshoot, keep it horizontal. Right, cool. And then you take it to the strings and just practice just doing it. Even if I'm extended here, I bring this back out again. Right, and my thumb there because I was planted, but if that thumb wasn't there, it would still be horizontal, right? Brush the strings. Don't do this. It's not this. Not that. Back to the knee of the palm. Hand stays still. Practice those brushings. And then right, just like that. All right. So practice that for me, and then when I see you next, I'm going to take a look at how your free stroke's coming along, or your free stroke exercise, the one I just played. I'll see how that's coming along, and then at that point, there we go again. And oh my gosh, so I'll take a look at the free stroke little diet thing that I gave you last time, and see how that's coming along. And if everything's looking good, I'll give you the next step in this whole thing. Cool. Last thing I want to talk about today is a concept called audiation. And I did this in group on Saturday, and I'm going to start doing it more often because I've been neglecting it. Is basically what audiation is, if you're not familiar, is it's kind of like hearing music in your head. So if you ever got a song stuck in your head, that's the concept right there. So I guess a good analogy is audiation is to music what thought is to language. What thought is to language. It's thinking music inside your head. Hearing the notes, hearing a song inside your head. When you walk around humming that tune inside your head, that's what it is. And it's an invaluable tool as a musician. When I sit down and look at a score, I should be able to hear the music in my head pretty close. Also, too, if I'm playing a piece, I should have that tape running inside my head of me hearing what I'm playing. And same thing, to develop that skill, what we can do is we can take a tune that we've have already learned. Say, for example, Allegro would be a good one. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip every other measure. So if I play this tune, in my head, da da dee da dum bum, ba da 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 dum. That. So what I was doing there in the times that I wasn't playing, in my head I was singing the part that I wasn't playing. So when I played this, ba da dee da dum bum, ba da da dee dum, ba da dee da dum bum, be da da dee dum.